I'm Archie Roy and I'm a Careers Manager at the Careers Service in the University of Glasgow. I ran a graduate attributes workshop with Level 2 psychology students. The workshop focused on different kinds of interview questions and how best to articulate their attributes whenever they get asked competency-based questions. So within the hour, students role-played being in an interview and responding to these kinds of questions. The job students role-played with was an assistant psychologist position. Students worked in pairs and alternated between the interviewer and candidate roles. Level 3 students and increasingly Level 2 students are applying for internships, and the kinds of interviews they face are similar to graduate job interviews and very different to the interviews they may have had already for casual jobs. Employers are using internships as part of their graduate recruitment strategy, so interview questions are aligned to the demanding interviews students will face later on when they compete for graduate jobs. We also know directly from employers that students can be poor at communicating what they can do when they're being interviewed. And that's not about what they can do, it's more about how they get that across in the interview. We want employability input to address issues like that. The students really engaged in the workshop and the role play, and that is usually the case. Role plays like this tend to work well, we find. Students get really involved in it. The session wasn't compulsory, it was a follow-up session after students had got involved with thinking about their graduate attributes in the context of one of their labs. And I find that students really engage with this sort of approach, and anything which brings in the real world to help them articulate their skills is going to be helpful. It has a real world application.